Hello everyone, welcome back to Junk Journal January, day 10. Can you believe it's day 10 already? And today is trim. And so I wanted to go through, because I love trimming the pages. So in this journal, you've seen me do the little pearl trim that I had that was pre-made. We made some trim up here. Make sure that's in view. We made some trim up here out of ribbon. I mean, not ribbon, but out of an old coffee dyed sheet where I glued and put it in. We've trimmed by doing another ribbon. This is one that I kind of made and made a tab out of it up here. The button is hanging over, so the Suffolk puff with the button is hanging over, so that could be considered trim. On this little envelope, there's just fabric that's hanging over that could be considered trim. Pearl that could be trim. Another bed sheet that I ripped up and glued down, that is trim. We use chiffon ribbon here for the trim on this. So I love trim. Oh, here's another trim that was a pre-made ribbon with pearls attached to it. And I consider bows a trimming. So I've made several kinds of trim. You can tell I really, really like it. So today what I thought I would do is show you how to make trims when you don't have any materials. So using, I'm going to do some with with the printable. This is from Ruby and Pearl. I'm going to make some with this. These two are some coffee dyed papers. This is just regular copy papers. Then this is coffee filters that have been tea dyed. Then I'm also going to do it with this missile that was going to be thrown out. So this is a thin material. I like doing, the thinner the paper, I feel like the better ruffle trim it gives you. And then I have some old book page here. This is a Catholic hymnal. It's not that old because it says approved. Oh, 1920. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that said 1970. 1941. Yeah, so this was probably done around the 40s. Is there another date? Copyright 1920, but there's a date of 1941 in here, so it's got to be at least that old. So I'm going to just show you these different ways. And then if you want to do the fabric trim, you've seen me do the ruffles out of the fabric, but then this is a cotton, this was off a cotton bed ruffle, but you could do the same. This is the edge piece that I took off, so it's already hemmed up. So you can use this part off of a sheet also. So I thought I'd show you some different ways with materials that, I mean, you can get these at the dollar store. Most people have copy paper, and you can coffee or tea dye it. If you do have a printer and you can print something, you can do it. And then like books. So if you, even like newer books, if you have a newer book, it can be done. You can just coffee dye it or tea dye it. So I wanted to kind of show you, you don't have to go out and buy expensive laces and trims. There's so many other ways that you can do it. I do have some little blingy stuff out here because I do have a fully stocked creative space. So if you do have any kind of trims, a lot of this stuff you can get at the Dollar General. So you can do that. Or the Dollar Tree, I mean, for $1.25. They have lace there. They have all kinds of things there. So you can, if you don't have anything, you can purchase something super inexpensive that will work really well. So let's start with this one. So what I'm going to do is find my ruler. And you can just rip this, but I kind of want it to be a little bit even of the same width. And I like to do probably like around 3/4 of an inch to about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. It's really whatever you want. It doesn't have to be precise. And I love doing the paper ruffle. So you can, what you do is you just take it, and I hope you can see this, and you literally are just going to be scrunching it up like this. And I try to not get it completely even. I personally, that's not the look I enjoy. So you can just scrunch it up like that, and then now it has some wrinkles in it, and I think that looks really nice. I'm going to use my hot glue. Now you can use any wet glue. It's just once you scrunch it up, you're going to have to hold it down for longer because it needs to get sticky and tacky to where it doesn't unfold. So like I said, I'm going to go in, if my glue gun will cooperate with me today. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue down, just like you've seen me do with the ruffles or with the fabric. And then there you go. You have a really pretty paper trim. So how's everybody doing today? Still praying for the people in LA. We got our power back on for the afternoon yesterday, and then last night they turned it off again because the winds kicked up again. So I want to welcome all my new subscribers. There's been just such an overjoyful amount of activity on my channel, and I am so thankful to all of you. So right there, oops, don't want to stick it to it. You can see the trim, the little ruffle trim, and then that's kind of, you can see it right there what it looks like. Now I probably could have gone out a little bit further, but it just adds a little something to the page, and I love it. And you can do the whole page, you can do a little section, you can vary them. That is one of the things that I always go back and do, is put trims on as one of, if I haven't done it while I've been creating the journal, I go back in at the end always and do it. So then here, we're just going to go with the coffee dye filter. Now these do really, really well also. So I'm going to go about 1.5 inches so you can see what different ones look like. Oops, this is not tearing as well. So I'm going to go on this side, and I'm going to go towards the bottom here. And again, I like to crinkle it up first to make it just really delicious. Well, not delicious, but I think it's pretty that way. So I'm just going to do this bottom section under here. Oh, maybe it's going to work good today. So just lay it down and then just start squishing it up. Now when you use the hot glue, you do have to move kind of fast because it dries so quickly. But that is why I like to do it. And there you go. I just love it. And when it's sticking out, you can see what it looks like. So you don't have to have expensive materials. Then I'll show you with copy paper. Now the copy paper is a little thicker. So you definitely want to crinkle this all up first. So I'm going to go with like 1 inch. About 1 inch wide. Tear off the white parts. And then I'm going to just crinkle it up. You could wet it down and mist it lightly. And that would help crinkle it up also. I happen to have some water here, so I'm going to just do very light mist on this off the camera. So I don't know if you can see where it went. Just a little light mist. Crinkle it. Now when the paper is wet though, you do want to kind of be gentle with it because it might tear a little bit easier. Let's see. Let's do it here. Let's go in the middle on this one. And even though I haven't done the page yet, I just love these ruffles, so I don't mind doing it on pages that I haven't decorated yet. So you just want to, again, it's super easy. You're just smushing paper together. Now, I have seen some people that fold it and it's very flat. So they like fold it over, fold it over, fold it over. So that's another way you can do it. I don't prefer it that way. I prefer it all crinkly, but it's whatever you like. That's what matters. It's your journal. It's how you felt inspired to create. Okay. So there, this page is a little wonky because this is the one I painted on, so it got thick and kind of bent out a little bit, but that's okay. So there's with copy paper, so you see it works just as well. So you really can use whatever you have. The Amazon packaging, the paper, the brown paper, that makes beautiful ruffles. Trim. Let's see. And then let me show you with a music page or old paper. This is a shorter piece, so now if you're using older paper, you need to test it first, because some paper, if you crinkle it like this, it will crack and break. So I know this paper is still a strong paper. And so let's go ahead, let's do a whole side so you can see what that looks like. I just wanted to kind of do a little bit different tutorial, a little bit more about technique today, or options today. These I went a little wider. Sometimes you might have to moisten your fingers a little bit to get it to crinkle up. This one's a little stiffer. Probably could have used with being wet down a little bit. Or maybe it's just early and my fingers aren't working. But I am going to go ahead and just spray this a little bit because that really does help. But like I said, you just want to be careful you don't tear it. So are you guys enjoying Junk Journal January? I'm trying to put out other content too, because maybe not everyone likes to deal with or see the same type of topic or go by a prompt. So I am trying to put out other content also. And then when you have another paper, you just kind of layer it under and squish it in. But I am having so much fun with my new channel, and I appreciate everyone commenting and subscribing and sharing my videos. It really helps a lot. I have noticed that I get 80% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribers. So if there's something I can do to get you guys to subscribe, let me know, because I would love that. And I'm fine leaving that a little bit down, but you can see with like the music paper how that looks. It's just fun. Let's see, let's do a tea dyed or coffee dyed paper. And on this one, I'm going to show you, let's do a tab. Let's do a tab up here. So I'm going to wrinkle it all up. Where's my water? Oh, it just fell over. So I'm going to spray this because it's coffee paper. So again, it's a little bit stiffer. And then I'm going to kind of do this to the width and everything that I kind of want. So I'm just doing it ahead of time, and then I'm going to put, I wasn't going to do it on that page, but that's okay. Put it down like that. So it's so easy. It doesn't probably warrant a video, but I more wanted to show you with different materials what it would look like if you've not done it. And then the last one, see, it's just really pretty. So you can see all these different textures. That's what I love about a junk journal too, is different textures and layers of materials. I really love mixing the materials with ribbon, paper. The coffee filter almost feels like ribbon, and it just creates movement. It creates interest on the pages. It can be functional if there's a page you actually do want a tab, to have the tabs. Let's see, so that's there. So then, oh, I wanted to show you too. So like, here's a paper ruffle. I'm not going to glue this down right now, but when you add, if you have, you know, little diamonds or bling to it, it's really pretty on it. Mixed, again, it's those different materials mixed together. Actually, I'm going to do the 3 on that. That's really pretty. My signature 3 for Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, creating with the Creator. It's just a nice, subtle reminder to me. I like having reminders in my, I put a little too much glue there. Oh, maybe not. I like having reminders everywhere I look of how much God loves me and how much God loves you. Oh, see how pretty that is? Is that in frame? That is not in frame. Oh my goodness. I hope this has been more in frame. I hope this whole video hasn't been out. I know the whole thing hasn't been out, but... And I apologize that this video got up late today. I'm just tired from being sick. I am getting better though. You've all been very sweet, wishing me to get better soon. So then this is the edging off of the bed sheet, or the, not bed sheet, this was actually off of a bed skirt, but it's the same thing. And you can put like the torn edge out. I just ripped it off, but even this works. So I just wanted to show you a slightly different. It is a little thicker, so it does work, but it's going to be a little bit different, and you'll see, because it's thicker. But especially making with the hot glue, it takes nothing. And this is narrower, so it's pretty much just even. It sticks out a little bit, but not as much as some of the others. And that's okay too, because not everything has to stick off the page and be seen from other pages. Seeing it just on the one page is fine also. Just on the page, I mean. So like here, I didn't quite get that enough glue in between here. So I'm just going to go back in, and if you had regular glue, you could do that too. It's just with the regular glue, you have to hold it until it gets almost dry. Not completely dry, but almost dry, to where it will hold in place. Okay, so there we go. Day 9 trim. That's inexpensive. It's so inexpensive. It can be used with scraps. You can do all your little scraps that you have torn off. You can do different scraps together, and you just line them up, like, because this was 3 pages here. So let's go back through again real quick. Different trims. There's so many trims because I think it's essential, but it adds so much to the journal. Here's the green paper. So it's not on this page. I mean, it's on the back side of this page, but it adds so much to that page. And that's the music paper. I glued that a little bit. That's okay. It pulls right off. So all kinds of trims. They absolutely, I love it. I love seeing all that. Look at how beautiful all that is. That's what I love about trims. And it can be, I don't have any lace trims on here, but it can be lace trims. You can do it with the doily. Any material that you can put into a strip, you can use to scrunch up and put on a page and just create all these layers and movement and dimension and depth. It just does so much for a journal. So I know it's a very simple one, but that's what I have for this prompt. I hope it was helpful to give you several different ideas. And my prayer for all of you today watching this is that at some point today, you feel peace in your heart and you feel how uniquely loved you are for just being you. Not for doing anything, not for doing anything for anybody else. By just being, I want you to know you are loved and valued. And that is my prayer for all of you today. So until next time, love always, Savannah.